Right, this is some metal, right? I hope you're doing good. Right, what I'm about to do today is to kind of market the book that I just finished reading. This has been like a couple of weeks now. I just feel like I want to talk a little bit about this book. Right, this book is based on the deity energy. I'm talking about the Orisa energy in Yoruba. Spiritual science, Yoruba spiritual science. See, this book is based on that, and the energy behind it is the whole thing I'm trying to explain. Just kind of explain briefly in this. If you look at this, yeah, if you look properly, you could see like something like, if you look at it this way, don't know if you can see, that's like Orisa Face Chart. You see that? Orisa Face Chart. That's the cover of the book, and it's an electronic book actually. So I might have it on some kind of hard copies later in future, but for me to be able to get this to just about anyone, I have to put it on ebook because it's much kind of easier to do it that way. Yeah, it's more economical. I mean, for the state I'm right now, it's more economical. I'll be able to get my work out there to people. So if you see that, if you go on my website www.wamicamp.com, you'll be able to get more information based on this book. But what I'm trying to do here today is quickly to give you kind of a brief introduction to this book, and I hope you buy it. I hope you like it. It's only for nominal fee. I'm talking about £4.50 here. The £4.50 British pound sterling for those people that want to buy overseas. Yeah, you might have to do the conversion, but it's just £4.50. £4.50. Does that make sense? £4.50. Yeah, less than £5, British pound sterling. So yeah, if you look at this stuff here, I wrote something about Orisa right here. You might have to bear with me, so just be patient. I wrote something about Orisa. These are some things that's being covered in the book, plus so many things has been covered in the book. So many things, but these are just brief popular deities that people really know about. Yeah, people know about these deities. So most people that are into religious aspect of life, or they kind of familiar with all these deities. So if you look there, you're talking about the Yemoja here, talking about Ogun. Those are all these deities. They are spirit energies, right? Orisa are just spirit energy. Ori is the cosmic energy, the spiritual head of a person, literally speaking. And the Sha is like that, I share behind it, like the power behind it. So people do say like it's like your head actually picks you. So like you are in tune with your head. So but in the book we actually cover that all these deities resides in the vessel or in the essence of human being. So it took a lot. It took so many deities, it took so many species to come together to make up what we call the human being today. And this is what this book actually talk about. Yeah, it's a small book, but you'll be able to have more understanding of what the author actually feels the Orisa is all about, based on the kind of energy, based on the kind of information that's been given to me when I was growing up with my grandmother. So majority of what she kind of educated me with was the energy behind the reason why this book was written in the first place. So yeah, so if you look at, you see things like Yemaya, or what people call Yemoja, and you see things like Ogun, the Shango. Just bear with me. See Shango, right? See Shango there, right? Then you see Oshun, Obatala, Orunmila, and this stuff is not really about argument. It's about the understanding or understanding of these deities. These deities could have correspondence in the plant world as well. That's why you have a deity like Osanyin, which is what the Yoruba calls the Orisa of herbs, or Orisa power, the power, how you can harness the spiritual power of plants for healing. Right, so you discuss things like Orunmila. The reason why all these things is being put very close to these specific deities, like in the Orunmila aspect, is that the book actually mentioned things about how you can harness this energy for healing, and the corresponding plants that actually have some kind of resonance with these specific deities. Right, so like take Orunmila for example. Put something like Gotukola or Ginkgo biloba. You know, all this Orunmila is that energy that has been the what you call the Orunmila, which literally means my heaven is clear, the clarity of things, the clarity of essence, the clarity of matter. So Orunmila rules. Orun in the literal sense means heaven, and Mila is like you saying things like my heaven is clear. You know, so the herbs that are quite good for this deity, or this kind of deity inside the human body, this has to do with the kind of the first eye, which we actually see as the third eye, what people call the psychic center, the brow chakra, that area, the vortex area, where people do see the interconnectedness of everything. So Orunmila govern this kind of area in human body. So that's why we have things like Gotukola is quite, it's been used for thousands of years to improve cognitive functioning, like to enhance memory capability. Elephants has been known to ingest Gotukola then, and now they're still doing it. So yeah, so we just put all these things just to get you into some introduction of what we actually covered in the book. You know, the book is not just about rambling about things, it's about actually using the essence of Orisa. The focus of the book is about healing. It's about healing the human body, and actually helps to contribute to the planet, health. They always say your health is your wealth. In Yoruba, that means Ilera Loro. Your health is wealth. When you're healthy, then you are wealthy. So what we cover in this book is based on the fact that we talk about deities or orishas, then we kind of find corresponding plants that can make this deity activated in the body for growth, for spiritual growth and physical manifestation as well, based on the right way, the nature's way, So we Yoruba people on the higher level are they're very particular about the land, the soil. Ile is a deity in Yoruba science, spiritual science, and we've been kind of educated to make reference, to refer to Ile, because she provides for us, she nurtures us. Majority of people end up in the soil when we kind of when we transition, the body is being pulled into the soil so that the body become part of the soil again. You know, so if you look at all these things, all these deities with the corresponding, they have so many. If you want to know more, if when you get the book, you'll be able to have more, comprehensive coverage of what this book is all about. But I'm just giving you a little bit of what this book is all about. So if you look at Obatala as well, Gotukola is quite ideal, it's quite beneficial for Obatala as well. Orunmila rules Orunmila rules the whole third eye area, the pineal gland area, which is kind of related to melanin, you know. So Obatala rules the brain area, you know, the bone, anything that has to do with the white matter in the body. Obatala rules that area. Obatala is said to be part of the creation stories as well. In the Yoruba creation story, he was the one that was given the opportunity to actually create human form, you know. If you want to know more about this, you can go get the book, and you'll be able to have more information based on that. Right, so he rules the whole brain area, and he rules the fifth chakra as well. In the chakra system, he rules the fifth area, the fifth chakra, right. So which has to do with voice, which has to do with truth, the communication, to be able to speak one truth, you know, based on the understanding of the speaker, you know. So Obatala rules that area, and Gotukola is just like Orunmila. Ginkgo biloba is quite good. That's good for circulation as well. So many things you could use these herbs for. We growing up in Nigeria, we've been given the grace to be around very wise elders that actually give us the opportunity to know all these things I'm talking about now. So yeah, so you could say things like Gotukola. Sorry if the things a little bit not very clear there. So I bet when we consult Orunmila, we'll be able to have more clearance, right? So then you're talking about Oya here, which is she's the deity of rebirth, death and rebirth. For something to be rebirth, it has to die first, and when it dies, then it actually transition. In Yoruba science, the people don't die, they transition. That's why they always say things like papuda. Papuda means you transition. So Oya energy is for this area, and she allows us to be able to die and be able to be reborn, you know, to spring up a new life, you know, to be able to leave something behind. It's like you're talking about the serpent, the snake energy, where the snakes constantly being reborn. You know, it's gonna leave a whole shell and put on another shell. So that energy is very close to Oya energy, and she's responding for the kind of quality of air that we breathe in. You know, talking about oxygen, all these things. Oya is very responsible for that. You know, and when we have our last breath on this planet, based on the physical transition, Oya is that energy is responsible for our last breath on this planet when we transition and change into another form. So you have plants that, and it's the energy that rules the lung. I'm gonna do more comprehensive videos about it, but this is just an introduction of what you can get in the book. So you can talk about mullein and comfrey herb. You know, it's quite good for the lung. Anything that has to do with breathing has to do with your lung, and that has to do with your large intestine as well. So always remember, when your large intestine is clogged, then the lung is going to be clogged as well. So that's why we have all this mucus coming from our nostrils. You know, the nose, you can't breathe very well. That's the Oya energy there. So when somebody tells you to go and appease Oya, you know what you do. Just take the plants that has affinity for the lung. Anything that has the plants that has affinity for the lung will have affinity for the large intestine, because this is science of complementarity. So all organs in the body are all planets, and they kind of complement and complete each other. I mean, complete one another. So if you take, say like you take comfrey leaf or the root for to cleanse, to make you, because comfrey has got that kind of property that can makes the human body breathe very well to supply quality oxygen in the body. And when this happens, you know, the iron will be able to flow properly in the body. So when you take that, that actually helps with the large intestine as well. So as it works on the large intestine, it works simultaneously on the lung. So any plants, fruits in general, vegetables in general, they allow for water to get into the body, which the body cannot, the body intelligence can split into molecules, like oxygen molecules, so that could pick up, they could work, and we can have a proper hemoglobin and be able to breathe well, to be able to have a proper red blood cells in our system. So yeah, so don't bear in mind, this is just an introduction. The detail is in the book. So the Oshun, we're talking about Oshun here. Oshun is that deity. People talks, and when people talk about Oshun, they're talking about beauty. That's very true. But Oshun is more than just a physical beauty. She's your spiritual beauty. She's your emotional beauty. She's your psychological beauty. So the combination of the psychological, the spiritual, the emotional, made of the whole physical human shell, which Oshun actually epitomizes. So that's why people talk about Oshun, but she does more than just flouncing her body around, you know. So she's the sun. She's the sun inside all of us, you know. So Oshun, she's a fire energy, just like Oya is fire energy as well. Oshun is not just a woman, a woman figure that just walk around. She's a wizard. She's a witch. You know, she's what Yoruba people call Aje Olomo. You know, she could create and destroy as well. She could protect and expose to destroy, for destruction to take place based on the vibration. So she's not just Oshun is not just a woman with just like a very soft woman. Yeah, she's a tough mother. She knows how to look after the children, at the same time discipline them if they get out of hand, if you know what I mean. Which are these things I'm talking about, are the quality that's actually quite innate in women in general. Tough love, baby. You know, tough love. You know, they call you could get smacked as well if you don't behave yourself. So that energy is kind of is just in Oshun. In most feminine energy in general, you always remember it's all about the feminine and the masculine, you know. So yeah, so things that you could use. Oshun rules the kind of reproductive areas. She rules the entire colon system, so that's why she's always shine, you know. It's one thing we're talking about, ruling the whole large intestine area, but the colon system is just deeper than just the large intestine. You do have the small intestine, you don't have the duodenum, you have the spleen or this pancreas. Oshun rules this area. She rules the entire colon system. So if people really want to get well and live a good life, that's why people say you appease Oshun. She's a deity of water, you know, but a fiery water, now, like a potential water that has the ability to create and destroy. Yeah, if the needs be. Just like, you know, water gives life, but water could kill too. See? So Oshun is that she's there. That fire inside of her. She sits on them in the middle, you know, sits in the middle just to have a big mother or sister called Yemoja, you know, Yemoja or the Yemoja and stuff like that. So now you see Oshun there. Basic stuff like cinnamon is quite good, because you know cinnamon is good for the digestive system anyway. Cinnamon has been used historically to cleanse the womb, you know, historically speaking, and it's still being used today. Cinnamon, if you cleanse your digestive system, that's going to affect the womb as well. Your digestive system is very close to the womb, where the child sits for months, like 9-10 months before the child manifested to another realm outside the body of a human, of a woman. You know, so Oshun sits in this area like a powerful sun. So she digests your food. If you eat some food, she's the one. The food meets her, and she shines on it. She actually digests the food, you know, by providing the sun, Oshun or sun. Yeah, so she's in charge of the sun inside you. You know, you can find more about this book in the Shu area. People talk about Shu. Issue Nigeria is a big deal, you know. So just like in everything, there's always more good and bad things, you know. Issues like in Yoruba stuff is the messenger, you know, of the Orishas, you know. It's the messenger. He passes messages around. The minister is something like call it the minister of information, really, you know, pass the message around throughout the body. Bear in mind, this book is actually focused on the human body and the universal human body. Always remember, our body is a universe as well. So it should deals with the information of all the Orishas, you know. So so anything that has to do with information, which means you have to have a proper metabolism here, which is kind of synonymous with circulation. So your body has to be in a good circulation stage. Condition, really. So plants that actually have affinity for circulation, as is ideal to take for issue energy. So like common ginger. Common ginger is quite good. You know, ginger is quite good for digestive system as well. Anything has to be digested, has to be. If you don't have a proper circulation, you can't digest anything in the body. So it has to be, and digestion is on all levels. Like as mentioned before, you could see digestion on emotional level, on physical level, on spiritual level, on mind level, like a psychic level. You know, everything is affected. Everything has to work on that. That's how you have metaphysical things that work in a very subtle way in the body, like your metabolism work in a very subtle way. You have things like catabolism, you have things like anabolism, you know, but you do have the metabolism, which is meta, something that has to be sub, like working on a subtle level, like a snake. See, they always say the snake is subtle, you know, big information, but don't say nothing. You know, operating is like you're talking about a smooth operator. The smooth operator are those ones that don't say that much, but they operate in the way they're supposed to be operating. Just like the snakes behave, right? Full of information, but don't brag about it. Right? So issue is like issue it's a Lalu, or Lailu, you know, is in charge of everything. Since it's the deity that has to do with the power of all it has all the power of the Orishas, you know. So it has all the power of the Orishas, and it's got that core energy, just like ginger root has that core energy in the system. When you take ginger, you feel energized. You know, it gives you that raw core gritty energy inside your body, you know, and it actually moves things. You know, it dumps things like a dump truck. Actually helps you overload, help you digest food quicker. That's what issue does. If you assimilate the Orisha's information quicker. So without issue, you can't assimilate the Orisha collectively. You can't assimilate the information properly. So assimilation, or this absorption that happens in the body, has to do with digesting something, information. Your food, your physical food, is an information for your body. Your physical food is information for your body. Everything that you listen to is an information for your body. They are nutrition for you. They are some kind of a food for your body. Your music, you know, people talking to you are all food, you know. It should help in this area to make you digest the information. If it's for you, if it's not for you, it could push that out based on your thinking. So, but it gives you the chance to be able to make a choice. It's like talking about karma, you know, cause and effect. It doesn't give you the chance to be able, because of your small universe, be able to make decisions for yourself and be able to and be prepared to bear the consequences of whatever comes out from that decision making. So it should govern this area. So ginger plus other things, you know, if you get into the book, you'll be able to see list of so many plants that actually has affinity for issue power, you know, to help you process information very well. You know, now we get to Shango, which people know as the deity of thunder. You know, he works alongside Oya. You know, Oya, well, you know, when you have the storms and you have the thunder strikes on these things going on, my grandma normally says that's the work of Shango and Oya. You know, so she normally goes into the rain and start dancing in the rain. Every time they say thunder strike, she will start dancing in the rain. That was part of my experience growing up with her in Nigeria. So she is that deity of thunder, the fire. You know, fire, volcano, all these things, like things that has to do with some power. You know, like electricity. You know, virility. You know, male reproductive system, that, you know, that virility, that masculinity, well, according to Yoruba science, it epitomizes masculinity, talking about Shango here. So one of the plants that are actually quite good for Shango is oxtail. Oxtail, you know, oxtail is very, very powerful plant, and it's quite ideal, quite beneficial for prostate. You know, Shango rules the male prostate area. It's beneficial for women as well. You know, so oxtail supply a lot of nutrients to the prostate area, which is like the equivalent of the female womb in a man's body. That's our prostate, right? So why is oxtail so important? If you take oxtail, if a woman takes oxtail, that oxtail actually nourishes the womb as well. At the same time, nourishes the male prostate gland. The male prostate gland. So Shango is in this area. You know, I don't have enough time to talk about this. Like I said, this is just a brief introduction, and I think I'm kind of moving too big about the time now. It's almost like half an hour. So if you look at Ogun now, Ogun is the deity of iron, but Ogun just don't rule the iron. He rules other metals as well. Most of the metals, especially if you look at your periodic elements, the periodic table of elements, yeah, Ogun rules transitional metals as well. He rules the alkaline earth minerals, and he rules the earth metals as well. So he just don't rule the iron, you know. You know, he's a favorite, he's a pantheon. I mean, he's a deity of blacksmiths, you know. Anything that has to do with metal, you know, Ogun rules this area. You know, it's a lot of transition metals. So, but the iron is more associated with him, because of the way that we're using iron to do everything now. You know, iron is what makes us grounded on this planet. You know, iron is essential to life. You know, like I said, Ogun rules other metals as well. You can get into the book and be able to know more what Ogun actually was in charge. So he's a deity of the forest as well. It's synonymous with Orisha Oko, which is a deity of agriculture. You can't have the forest, you can't have agriculture. Agriculture, the court of agro, you know, that has to do with cultivating, that have to do with ritualizing the soil, that has to do with spiritualizing the plants to grow, you know, like a magician. That's what nature does all the time. Ogun is synonymous with the forest, you know, and he rules the heart region, you know. The heart region. So iron supplies, iron maintains the flexibility of the heart to pump blood, to circulation of blood in our body. So everything has to do with circulation, just like Oshun has to do with circulation, just like Eshu has to do with circulation, just like Oya has to do with circulation. Everything has to do with circulation. If nothing circulates in the body, that's the end. So Ogun is synonymous with Orisha Oko, and it's synonymous with another Orisha people we don't really talk about, which is Oshoshi. You know, in the America they call Ochosi, Cho, like you're speaking about Chinese Cho, yeah, like Ochosi, you know, Ochosi, but in Yoruba it's Oshosi. right? So which is supposed to be the deity of hunting, you know. So right, so if you look at nettle, like your common stinging stinging nettle not stinging, the common stinging nettle do wonders in your body. Yeah, that common stinging nettle that stings, you know, it contains a lot of minerals, spectra of minerals that are quite beneficial to the human body. And nettle provide this kind of gritty love for you. You get stung, but at the same time you get nutrition, right? So if you think about, if you just weigh out the stinging aspect compared to the nutrition, you find out that you must well just get stung and get some nutrition. You could get some iron. You get some iron, get magnesium, all these things, all these beautiful minerals that our body needs for optimum functioning. Our nettle contains that. So you could take, if you have stinging nettles around in the time of the season, you could get stinging nettle. You know, in London right now, it's the time is coming. I think stinging nettle happens about 2 times in a year. I'm not sure. But I remember last year I got some stinging nettle. So that's Ogun, the deity of metals. Not just of iron, the deity of metals. Then you have Yemoya, the mother of all of them. You know, she gave back to all of them. Most of life originated from the sea, if not all. So that's why she's the mother of everything. Mother of everything. Yemoya, Yemoja. They call it the mother of fish, of all fish. You know, or Yemoya, the mother of the market. You know, it has to do with circulation, has to do with currency as well. You know, anything that breathes flows. Anything that flows produces current, like water currents, like air current. The air will bring oxygen currents, you know, mixed with other gas. You know, Yemoya is responsible. Yemoya is very synonymous with Oshun. I mean, sorry, synonymous with Yemoya. That's why you have Yemoya, Oya, yeah. So if you're doing Mondays, like in Nigeria, people start trading on Mondays and stuff like that. Monday, yeah, Oya, Yemoya is responsible for that. Alongside the sister Oshun, they are the trio. They are responsible for everything. But Yemoja is the mother of all of them. She's the mother of the oceans, the spirit in the oceans. What better stuff to take? Oceanic plants like kelp. You know, we talk about things on land. There are more nutritious plants in the ocean than what we have on land. So Yemoya rules the whole womb area. She rules the female, the productive, the feminine essence of the females, you know. So she rules that. She rules the womb, she rules the liver. Liver is the largest thing. Liver is the largest organ in the body. So you can imagine that kelp could do wonders in the body. You know, kelp, like on high ascophyllonodosum, yeah, that could do a lot of wonders in the body. You know, it's good for men as well. You know, all is good for men. You know. So yeah, that's just a quick introduction to what you can find in the book. If you want, you could get the book. It's very cheap. This book is very cheap. It's for the nominal fee, £4.50, £4.50 pence. I mean British pound sterling. So if you live across the world, you could get that on my website, www.wamicamp.com. Sorry. It's kind of run out here. When I do videos and I'll be able to put more address, you'll be able to see how you're going to be able to buy this. So www.wamicamp.com. We're going to be sending an online class. If you feel like you want to know more about this, you can always contact us on www.wamicamp.com. Wamicamp, WAMIKAMPT.com. WAMIKAMPT.com. Once again, W for woman, A for apple, M for mama, I for indigo, K for king, A for apple, M for mama, P for Peter, and T for tango. Yeah, www.wamicamp.com. You'll be able to get more information. You'll be able to go to the online store and be able to check out what we have there. We have other programs coming. We have more healthy stuff coming in that will benefit us as part of humanity. So the book is written for humanity, for anybody can have a lot of information based on that small book. So I hope you have a good day. You know, this is Omagba Metala representing for Wami Camps. You know, Omagba Metala repping for wamicamp.com. You know, so if you feel like you have more information, you want to ask questions, or you can always reach me on the email. The email is on, so the website ewedudumetala ewedudumetala@hotmail.com. ewedudumetala@hotmail.com. That's EWEDUDUMETALA@hotmail.com. You know, some phone numbers, everything like that. So if you want to reach, always reach us on those numbers. Check our website out. There's so many things you'll be able to. There's some videos that you can watch as well that kind of relate to this. But we're having a big video coming on this stuff that we just spoke about right now. So you have a good day. That's what the books looks like. That's what's going to be the cover page. I don't know if you can say it properly. That's going to be the cover page of the book. You'll be able to use that for your own self-diagnosis, to be able to help you to live better. You know, to live healthier, not better, to just live healthier, to take charge of your health and your friends and all the people that you love. So have a good day. This is Omagba Metala for Wami Camps. Ashe.